You're one of the nicest. Jannik Sinner and Felix Auger-Aliassime's friendship shines bright after emotional Paris Masters final. You watching NETRUSH Report. Your home for tennis drama, rivalries, and the stories that define champions. Let's get into it. There are moments in tennis that go beyond the scoreboard. Moments where victory and defeat dissolve into mutual respect, where the spotlight captures not just athletic greatness, but human connection. And that's exactly what happened in Paris. Under the glittering lights of Bercy, Jannik Sinner wasn't just celebrating another title. He was sharing one of the purest moments of sportsmanship we've seen all year. The 2025 Paris Masters final ended with Sinner beating his close friend Felix Auger-Aliassime 6-4, 7-6-4, claiming his first ever Paris Masters crown and the 23rd title of his career. It was a straight sets victory, but the emotions were anything but simple. As the crowd rose to their feet, Sinner lifted his arms, not just in triumph, but in gratitude. When the two young stars met at the net, Sinner's words were simple, heartfelt, and sincere. You're one of the nicest guys on tour. Those words summed up everything that's made this rivalry and this friendship so special. Long before they were battling for Masters 1000 glory, Jannik and Felix were just two kids chasing a dream. They trained at the same events, crossed paths at junior tournaments, and bonded over video games and late-night conversations about tennis and life. Years later, those same teenagers found themselves standing on opposite sides of the net in one of the sport's grandest arenas, the Accor Arena in Paris, surrounded by 15,000 roaring fans. For Sinner, this was a week of dominance. He didn't drop a single set throughout the tournament, a near-perfect run that saw him take down some of the ATP's toughest names, including Alexander Zverev and Ben Shelton. His precision, focus, and icy composure were a reminder that we're witnessing a player at the peak of his powers. And yet, what made this final memorable wasn't just his brilliance. It was how he used his moment of glory to lift up his friend. During the trophy presentation, Sinner smiled warmly as he turned to Felix and said, "You've been playing incredible tennis. You deserve to be here. I know your time will come. Just keep believing and working the way you do." The crowd responded with thunderous applause. Felix Auger-Aliassime, too, couldn't hide his emotions. For him, this final wasn't just another match. It was a personal milestone. After battling injuries and inconsistency over the past 2 seasons, Felix's resurgence in 2025 has been one of the sport's most uplifting stories. Reaching the Paris final was a powerful reminder of his resilience, and sharing that moment with Sinner made it even more special. "I remember when we were teenagers," Felix said, smiling at Sinner during his runner-up speech. "We'd play video games together, talk about how amazing it would be to play big finals someday. Now here we are, doing it for real." It was a moment that melted hearts across the tennis world. Fans flooded social media, calling it one of the classiest exchanges of the season. One comment summed it up perfectly. "Tennis needs more of this. Rivalry without bitterness, competition with compassion." With this win, Jannik Sinner also regained the world #1 ranking from Carlos Alcaraz, capping off what's been a remarkable season. Alcaraz, who suffered a shocking early exit to Cameron Norrie in the same tournament, will now have to regroup before Turin. Meanwhile, Sinner becomes the first Italian to win 5 different Masters 1000 titles, a feat that cements his legacy as one of the most complete and consistent players of his generation. At just 24, Sinner's resume is already staggering. 23 ATP titles, 4 Grand Slams, 5 Masters 1000 trophies, and now another stint at world #1. But beyond the numbers, what continues to define him is his humility. Even as he held the Paris trophy aloft, Sinner made sure the spotlight wasn't just on him. He made it about the sport, about the shared grind, and about friendship that thrives even amid fierce competition. Next up for Sinner is the ATP Finals in Turin, where he'll have a chance to close out his season in front of his home fans. He's already confirmed that he won't take part in the Davis Cup finals afterward, choosing to rest and recharge after a packed 2025 schedule. And with his current form, few would bet against him finishing the year on another high. Felix Auger-Aliassime, meanwhile, still has every chance to join him in Turin. Sitting at number 8 in the race to Turin, the Canadian is on the verge of sealing qualification, a testament to how far he's come this season. But if both men make it, fans could see a rematch under the bright lights of Paula Alpatour. A perfect encore to one of the most respectful finals of the year. The reactions from fellow players and fans were overwhelmingly positive. Ben Shelton called the final a masterclass in mutual respect, while Taylor Fritz said it was one of the most enjoyable finals to watch, not just for the level, but for the energy. Even Novak Djokovic, watching from home, posted a congratulatory message for Sinner, writing, "Jannik, incredible consistency this year. And Felix, keep going strong. Tennis is better with both of you competing at this level." It's rare to see such universal admiration in a sport defined by rivalries. But that's what makes this one different. The story of Jannik and Felix reminds us of something timeless. You can chase greatness without losing kindness. In a world obsessed with competition, their bond is a refreshing reminder that success doesn't have to come at someone else's expense. They've both battled injuries, criticism, and the pressure of expectations. But through it all, they've supported one another, sometimes as rivals, always as friends. When the cameras faded after the Paris final, both men shared a quiet hug, not as opponents, but as equals who understood what it took to reach that stage. That it wasn't about who won or lost. It was about how far they'd both come, from teenage dreams to Masters finals. Jannik Sinner and Felix Auger-Aliassime have shown that tennis can be fierce and friendly all at once. Their Paris showdown wasn't just a final. It was a celebration of character, growth, and genuine respect. And as both head toward Turin, the tennis world can only hope we'll see another chapter in this beautiful friendship, played out once again under the lights, with nothing but admiration between them. That you've been watching NETRUSH Report, where we bring you the stories behind the sport, the rivalries that shape tennis, and the friendships that remind us why we love it. Until next time, stay tuned, stay inspired, and keep your eyes on the court.